Hey everybody, it's Dr. Michael Breus, the sleep doctor, and I have something really cool today. I haven't done this before. I am actually interviewing the CEO of a company that's got an amazing new product. I recently found it and I'm a big fan. It's called the Mute, and it does exactly what it says. It mutes out snoring. I love this product. My wife actually has me use it occasionally when I drink a beer or two, so I know it works because I personally use this one myself. But I'd like to introduce everybody to Michael Johnson. He is the CEO of Rhinomed, the makers of Mute, and I wanted him to give us a little bit of an inside scoop today on sort of why did he get involved with this company, what is this new technology, how does it work, is it for everyone, all those kind of questions coming to you here from the Sleep Doctor. So with that, I'm going to introduce everybody to Michael Johnson, the CEO of Mute.
G'day there, Michael. Good to be here.
Thanks for joining us. As people may have been able to tell from your accent, you are not local.
No, I'm currently sitting on the other side of the Pacific in Australia. So that's we have an office in Melbourne, Australia, and now we've also got an office in Cincinnati, Ohio. So we've come to your side of the Pacific.
Wonderful. Well, we're glad to have you here. We certainly enjoy your company. But tell us, Michael, tell us more about this product and how did you even get involved in something like this?
Yeah. So Mute is it's a device that goes inside the nose, and basically what it does is it opens up the nose and allows you to breathe better through the nose. So 1 in 4 people have some form of nasal obstruction.
Right.
And this device, which is very discreet and very subtle, in fact, I'll put in my nose like this now so you can see. Just very simple. And just stents open the nose and allows you to breathe more air in. And so it's literally it's a very simple device. It's engineered. And what it does is by allowing you to breathe better at night, it helps you to sleep better. And one of the upsides, of course, is, as you've mentioned, is it helps stop snoring, which is good for the man who snores and even better for their partner.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you have a history, not necessarily personally, but I know there was a member of your family who might have helped spur on some of your interest in the world of sleep. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Sure. So, not surprisingly, my, like a lot of people, their fathers tend to be snorers. And my father was a very prodigious snorer. Well, he still is, actually. And he used to snore on the couch when he got home from work, and he used to snore, of course, at night, and we could actually hear him through the walls occasionally. and sure, lo and behold, a couple of years ago, or actually a decade ago now, he was diagnosed with sleep apnea, and quite severe sleep apnea at that. So that was something that I was always intrigued about because I thought, well, wow, this is obviously a condition that needs medical attention. But he was very reluctant to do anything about it. So that's sort of what triggered my interest in the whole space, is that why aren't people getting diagnosed? Why aren't they getting involved? And he was eventually diagnosed and actually put on a CPAP mask, which is, the gold standard for sleep apnea.
Right.
But he never wears it. So one of the things that I was always fascinated about is how can we start to look at developing technologies that maybe are less invasive and might be good for people as they start on that journey towards, getting involved and having conversations with their doctors about sleep. And that was really the genesis of the Mute technology. And luckily now we've sort of managed to bring it to market globally. We're of course, on the shelves here on pharmacies in Australia, but also we've just gone on to the shelves of about 4,500 Walgreens stores.
All right.
And in the States and GNC stores as well. So we are, people in America can now hopefully get muted.
I love that, get muted. So for folks out there, this is pretty amazing. So first of all, this pack that I've got here, you can see with the purple, is what's called a trial pack. Right?
That's right.
So with the trial pack, here's what's great about this, is you actually get 3 different sizes. You can see the 3 different sizes here. They're all come individually wrapped. I know that I'm a medium, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to actually insert it myself so everybody out there can check this out because it's actually pretty cool. So let me open it up, put it in, and you can see I've got my Mute right here. Right?
Yeah.
And now I'm going to go ahead and put it in like so.
And one of the interesting things I noticed about your nose, Michael, is that I think your you've got a slightly deviated septum on your left-hand side.
I do.
Yeah, and so that's one of the things that this product allows you to do is, as people might be able to see, you can actually ratchet it out. And that's important because one of the key things that makes this so comfortable is that by adjusting it for either side, you can adjust for the fact that if you have a deviated septum or some form of congestion on one side, you can resolve that. And it's a classic, trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Well, we've solved that problem. And just as nobody's face is symmetrical, neither are your nostrils. So you need to have a technology that accounts for that. And that's what Mute does.
And, people might think that that's so obvious. But here's the truth of the matter is I've never seen any product that was able to differentiate from each nostril. This is really cutting edge new stuff, people. I don't want you to think, oh, sure, anything that's an internal nasal dialator has that. That's just not the case. So not only is it help open up your airway, but you can actually customize it to your nostril. So for some folks out there who may have almost a completely deviated septum, this is very critical where you can change it around. Also, let's be very honest. While it's great for snoring, I've actually used this while I've been working out. And I find that I get more air, so that's actually been pretty helpful for me. I actually have had it when I run, so that's been helpful for me. So I will tell you, while I know it was designed for sleep, and I know you've got some future products that might be coming out, I'm actually already using it at different points in time during the day. And just so that everybody knows, the question people are going to say is, well, Michael, can you feel it? Is it distracting? Does it bother you? So I've had it in for about 20, 25 seconds, and I can barely feel it. I know there's something there, but within another 30 seconds to a minute, all that feeling will go away, especially when you're sleeping. You certainly don't feel it. How about yourself? Have you had that experience, Michael?
Yeah, absolutely. And we've designed it such that as you can might be able to see here, that rests on the back of the nose, so there's no pressure on the septum. And that's really the septum being the middle part of your nose, and that's the really sensitive part. So we've designed it so that it doesn't put any pressure on the septum, and you literally don't, as you said, don't know that it's there. We do, however, and this is important, we want people to know it's there.
Right.
And the reason being is we want them to focus on nasal breathing because mouth breathing is a real issue. I mean, a lot of gum disease, a bit of gastrointestinal tract issues can really come from the fact that people are more mouth breathing than nose breathing. You have a nose, you're meant to use it. By opening up the nose, allowing people to breathe more air in, it actually helps them to focus on their nasal breathing, which is actually good for their overall health as well.
I couldn't agree with you more. There's a lot of data now showing that nasal breathing in particular is very, very healthy. Mouth breathing is not. Actually, quite a bit of different functions can be solved. Few problems can be solved simply by nose breathing. Now, let me ask you one more quick question, or actually I might ask you a couple. Not all snoring seems to originate in the nose. So can people, for example, if somebody has a mouth oral appliance product that helps with snoring, but it's not quite cutting it, can they use this in addition to that as well?
Yeah. Sure, and that's what I absolutely, and we actually didn't initially expect that would happen, but that's exactly what we're finding our customers are doing. One of the things that this uses is a law of physics called Poiseuille's law, which states that you increase the diameter of a vessel by 1, you increase the volume that travels through that by the power of 4. So if you're wearing an oral device and you've got basically a mouthful of device and you're struggling to breathe, the ability to get more air in through your nose will actually help make that feel more comfortable, and you're more compliant as a result, which is what, certainly what your doctor wants you to be, and which is generally better for your health. The other thing that we've found is that even folks who are wearing a CPAP mask who've got a nasal obstruction, rather than taking a nasal spray to resolve that, what we're hearing now is that folks are using the mute with the mask to actually make it more effective. And that's something that we're really interested to hear more about from our customers.
So first of all, that's amazing. I mean, it's great so not only can the mute be used for conventional snoring and multiple types of snoring, but actually might even help with the compliance or the ability to keep that CPAP mask on people's faces. So for folks out there, we would love to hear from you. If you decide to get a mute, send me an email. You can send one over directly to Mute. We'll have opportunities for you to be able to give them feedback, because I know they would love to have some feedback. I think that would be great. And also, if you look below the screen, there'll be a link. The folks at Mute have given us a special coupon code, so we actually can get Mute at a little bit of a discount. Here's the good news. It's not particularly expensive to begin with, but we really want to get people out there and trying it. My recommendation is to hit the trial pack, so that way, because there's 3 different sizes, you can tell. Also, you can always give it to somebody else in your house as well, if that size isn't for you. Now, if I remember correctly, Michael, there's 3 of them per pack. You can use each one for approximately 7 to 10 days. So one pack should last you a month, correct?
Yeah, correct. Under $1 a day. Yeah.
Perfect. So we know that people are going to be, spending less than $1 a day. So that's fantastic. Yeah. And boy, I can name a lot of people out there who have snoring bed partners who would pay much more than $1 a day to have a quiet night's sleep. So I think you're going to be saving people money. It's like an investment almost.
We certainly say it's cheaper than a divorce lawyer.
I love that. I love that. So I want everybody to have the opportunity to check this out. Mute has been very kind. Again, they're going to give us a coupon code, so we'll be able to get it at a slight discount, as well as we may even have some instructional videos or some more pieces of information from them. So keep a lookout for it. But remember, if you do get an opportunity, take my snoring quiz so you can learn if you're a nasal snorer, an oral snorer, or both, and what some of the products are that I recommend for all of that. This is the Sleep Doctor, Michael Breus, saying thanks for watching. And again, thank you, Michael, for joining us. I hope you had a great time, and we look forward to hearing more from you in the future.
Good stuff, Michael. Thank you.